so how long ago was this when this happened? It was about, I think, like maybe 20, maybe 30 minutes ago. So, anyways, I was online on DC Universe Online when I was playing, and some kid was in the chat asking someone to help him. Didn't say what or why exactly. He just said I need help in DC Online. And so I decided to be nice and help him. So I simply replied, "I'll help." So once he sends me to his group, no, he doesn't tell me. He asks me at first if I have any material for that I can give to him, not sell to him, not trade for anything of equal value, but just give him for free. And I just simply said no. And he's just going, "Oh man, I really needed some material," because he was talking about like how the kind of style he's doing for his character, and how his character's supposed to be like some like basically Batman, but with Superman's powers and everything. And he needed a specific type of aura and some source marks and other stuff like that. And so he showed me the vendor where it's supposed to be, where to get it from. But then he told me for some reason he just said how his brother's in the hospital and that he's trying to help his brother because apparently it's supposed to be on his brother's account. No, even before he said all that about his brother, he was talking about some community he was part of. How that community that he's part of, it's going around asking people to give them materials, which to me made no sense. But anyways, then he started talking about his brother and how he's in the hospital and how he has cancer and he's very sick because of it. And so then I asked him, "How does you playing video games help your brother if he's in the hospital?" And he said, "Well, my dad said he told me to go and play online and get some materials for it, and I told my brother that I can get his character to level 30 and skip his character to level 30." Like he was kind of like adding more and more details out of nowhere and kind of like stuttering over his words. And so he was saying how his dad told him to do all that, and that his dad would pay him $10 to help his brother. And so then I asked him again, I said, "Okay, again, if your brother is in the hospital and he has cancer, how does you doing all this, how is that going to help him? How are you supposed to get a lot of money for this?" And so he starts going over again. But this time he said it's his mom, that his mom told him to do all that stuff for his brother, get all that in-game currency and to help upgrade his character, and that she would pay him $10 a day just to be able to do that. And so I decided to ask, because I was definitely a lot more suspicious by then. I asked him, how much does he have to pay a month or at least a week for his brother's insurance? Because he told me that's what he was doing. He was getting $10 a day because he was trying to help his brother who's in the hospital, who has cancer, and he was trying to pay for his brother's medical insurance, to pay the doctors for the cancer treatment as well. And so he told me that it's $150 a month. And I knew right there it was definitely a lie. Like the whole thing he was saying about his brother and whatnot was all just a lie. Because one thing I know for sure is that hospitals are definitely not cheap. $150 a month, one, just for insurance, for medical insurance, and then two, having to pay for treatment at a hospital with or without insurance. Like even with insurance, that's going to cost you a lot. Especially if you're getting treated for something like cancer and you're in the hospital for longer than a day. Because recently I got sent to the hospital for a seizure. And I already know, because when they sent me that bill, it's in the multi-hundreds. Like in a good few, maybe I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 1,000. And this kid's over here talking about only $150 a month for health insurance for a cancer treatment. And so that's when I stopped it right there and I said, okay, I find this all hard to believe about your brother, because $150, $10 a day is not going to cover that. But before I can even finish or even say everything I was going to say, the kid hung up. Like basically he left the group and ran off. Like I think he just turned off his whole system altogether. Like he knew I was on to him. It's like the fact that he tried to scam me. I don't think he was trying to scam me out of real money. I knew he probably wouldn't be able to get that far. And so he tried to scam me out of in-game currency. And this being DC Universe Online, he tried to scam me out of stuff like source marks, What else was it? Oh yeah, he tried to have me buy him material like auras and outfits for free or buy it for him. And just even before then, the fact that he was saying that he was part of a community that was going around asking people to give him that stuff for whatever reason, before he went on about that whole thing about his brother, I just knew at that moment that made no sense. But I tried to be nice because I was telling him, well, if you need the material to buy that stuff, all you got to do is just do a bunch of missions, especially elite missions. And it's like his character's combat rating in DC Universe is like it's over 200. In fact, I think it was actually close to mine because mine's 258, but that's just very specific detail. In other words, if he were to do, I was saying if he did like more difficult elite missions, he would have a bit easier time than most others would. But apparently that wasn't good enough. He just wanted the stuff for free. And he tried to scam me out of it. And it's like, I don't know how many other people he tried before me. And he's probably going to try it again at some other point. It's like, just the idea of a kid somehow trying to scam me. It's like they make up the stupidest excuses. Some of them do, at least. I don't think I ever met a kid who tried to scam me. Well, actually, no, I never met a kid who tried to scam me until now. But I never seen any kid try to scam anyone in general and actually get away with it. So, it's just, the whole thing was just ridiculous. And the fact that he tried to use the thing about his brother, if he even has one, being in a hospital having cancer, it's like he was just trying to guilt trip me. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to guilt trip me into giving him all this stuff. It's like, I guess at that point he was just being a beggar. Like, that's just all it is. Saying, oh, my brother's in the hospital. He has cancer. Give me all this free stuff. Because I'm like, if he's in the hospital and he needs money to help pay for the stuff, how the hell is all this going to help? So, other than that, it's like I said, once he basically found out that I knew he was definitely lying, he just ran off. I was not really expecting this when I was gonna be playing this game tonight. I was not expecting this at all. But it's like, it's one of those rare moments that when it happens, you just can't help but to laugh. And it's like, I knew immediately after this happened, I had to go and tell someone. And so, it's ridiculous. But other than that, I just hope you guys found this entertaining, because I knew I did. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.